Us is Isaias Medina. He's a former Venezuelan diplomat at the United Nations. We appreciate your time very much, sir. So, same question to you. Is with this stalemate, which is what it seems to be right now, is the opposition at risk of running out of steam and Maduro just being able to wait them out?
Thank you, Rochelle, and thank Al Jazeera for having me. This is a very complex situation, Rochelle, and I think when you just heard the Trump administration representative speaking now, he mentioned the 28,000 Cuban agents infiltrated in our armed forces, but that's only one level. As much as is one other pillar of support are the military in Venezuela. The highest echelons within the military forces are compromised either by drug trafficking, grand corruption, or terrorist ties. The same thing applies to already indicted former vice president and close friend of Maduro, Tarek al-Aissami, who has his ties to Syria, Lebanon, and Iran, with Al Jazeera present within our territory. We also have illegal terrorist organizations like FARC and ELN running 40% of the territory. So this is very complicated. So when you say running out of steam, we are talking about non-violent protests, which we have seen, that are under the umbrella of our Constitution, because it is a duty to restore the rule of law. But we have bigger issues as well. That's why I'm a strong advocate, like Kofi Annan, that sovereignty was never meant as a license for governments or regimes to trample human rights or commit crimes against humanity. So my biggest concern is that we run out of hope and that Guaido or the National Assembly may be negotiating with this regime and to give amnesty for crimes against humanity, human rights violations, grand corruption, or even worse.
Would any of that be worth it to you for there to be change at the top? Would any of those things be worth it to you for Maduro to go?
Well, the thing is this, we speak about Maduro, but we have to understand it's a very, at least there's 200 people around him.
Sure.
And then if I've mentioned a few, and then there's Suarez Churio in the military, there's Padrino Lopez, there is, of course, the president of the Supreme Court, Michael Moreno, who is a convicted murderer. 2 murders he has been already, violated our Constitution. So there have been certain rumors about negotiations of having they call it a unity government. And so if you ask me, of course, my humble opinion is that the Venezuelan people will not accept this fake and illegitimate Supreme Court.
So let me ask you this. Maduro has been on TV telling people to go out and fight. What does that mean to you? What does that signal that the next step may be?
Well, the next step, and this is where it's all about, this real support for Guaido and the Venezuelan people is outside the country. It's the international community. So I believe the United States has signaled that it's going to strengthen its sanctions, that it's going to go for secondary sanctions, and maybe apply a full throttle embargo to Cuba, according to the Helms-Burton Act, the Title III. And I think that will help to deter the pillars of support. But then we still have Russia, China, Iran, Turkey. Very complicated, very difficult to solve. And I think, the people are on the street, they're showing their support, but that's not enough. We need stronger actions from the international community and most probably international humanitarian intervention. That is what we need. People are dying every day. Every day, 900 people are just perishing. Babies, newborn babies, women, people from lack of dialysis, people with diabetes. This is a real problem.
Isaias Medina, that is, sorry. Thank you so much for joining us. So we appreciate it.